everyone, welcome back to another René of Paris live stream today. Today I'm going to be talking about Muse Collection releases. So there are 4 styles and a couple of new colors that I'm going to talk about today. There are so many really fun colors in the Muse Collection, lots of heat-friendly styles and color options, and just the styles in general are very fashion-forward and just absolutely beautiful. And I highly recommend this collection to anyone. It's personally one of my favorite collections because all of the styles and especially the colors in this collection are just my absolute dream hair. I've never seen colors like any of the Muse Collection colors in any other wig collection, and just growing up as someone who, I've been bald my entire life, I'm currently wearing a wig. When I was younger especially, but even now of course, I always, if I had hair of my own, it would be dyed. All sorts of fun colors on a regular basis. If I actually grew hair of my own, then I probably would have very damaged hair, because I'm sure I would be changing it all the time. But that's the beauty of wigs, is even if you do have hair, you don't have to damage your hair to try these fun colors. You can just get a wig for yourself. But it also just like unlocked a dream for me. The Muse Collection is all of these hair colors that I never would have been able to achieve as a kid because I grew up bald my whole life. Now as an adult, I get to live those out and try out all these really, really fun colors. So I'm so excited to show you all of these today. But that being said, the Muse Collection has also started to incorporate some more natural blondes and brunettes. And there's also some colors that are in some of our other collections, but they've now been introduced into the Muse Collection. So if you're someone who actually does not prefer the fun bright colors, I love switching it up, but I also understand if you're not into the blues and the purples and all that. There are also some gorgeous blondes and brunettes and more natural colors in the Muse Collection, as well as some new colors that are some kind of René of Paris favorites so that are now part of the Muse Collection as well. So if you see styles in the Muse Collection that you really, really like, but you're like, I don't know if I necessarily want to go for a blue or a purple, and now there are some more natural colors as well. So I will just mention those colors off the bat because you're possibly familiar with them if you are someone that wears René of Paris wigs. The 2 colors that are part of other collections that have been integrated into the Muse Collection are Dark Chocolate is a new color to the collection, as well as Melted Marshmallow and Milky Opal. So I'm actually wearing Dark Chocolate right now, gorgeous brunette. But then also Marble Brown has been part of the Muse Collection, which is a gorgeous kind of slightly lighter brown with some kind of dynamic colors going on in there, absolutely beautiful. And then if you're not familiar with Melted Marshmallow, this is a color that is, I think people who wear René of Paris I think are familiar with this color and love this color. It's one of my personal favorites. I have this in so many different wigs, but it is new to the Muse Collection. So if you're not familiar with that, here's a sneak peek of one of the wigs I'm going to show in the color Melted Marshmallow, which is new to the Muse Collection. And then, of course, the wig I just kind of briefly showed you a second ago is a new color entirely. So new to the René of Paris and new for the Muse Collection. This is Mauve Berry. I think this is so beautiful. And I think purple hair is one of my favorites to wear. And the fact that over the years, the Muse Collection has had multiple different shades of purple, from Lilac Cloud, which is kind of a more muted, cloudy purple, which I love so much, to Grape Burst, which is like a true grape purple. It's this Mauve Berry now. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so let's go ahead and just jump into the styles, and as I'm going, feel free to leave any questions in the comments, and all of the details that I'm going to mention in this video will also be on our website, reneofparis.com. Just go to the tab that says Our Brands, go to the Muse Collection, you can view the full catalog there, and you can also see all of the different colors that these wigs are offered in. So let's say you really like this style, but you're like, I'm not sure if Mauve Berry is for me, you can try this in some other colors or natural colors. Personally, this I think is this is a winning color combo and style. I am in love with this. But then likewise, let's say you see this style and you're like, oh, I love that style, but I really want to try it in a really fun color. You can check out the options available for that. I'm just mentioning that because I know there's some people who love the fun bright colors like I do, and some people that prefer more natural tones, and that's just the beautiful thing about this particular Muse Collection release, is we're kind of starting to integrate some of the colors that you may already know and love into these gorgeous, gorgeous styles. So you do have the options to go for the more natural blondes and brunettes as well. But then you also have a selection of some of the most unique and beautiful colors I've seen as well. So let's go ahead and jump into the first style. I think I will start with this one, which is one, I'm probably going to say this every time I pick up a wig. I always say, oh, this one's one of my favorites of the collection. Let's be real, this collection release is so good. Every single one is one of my new favorite wigs in general. So let's go ahead and jump into this one. This is Cosmo Sleek in Marble Brown. So again, Marble Brown is a color that's already been part of the Muse Collection, but it's a really nice natural looking brunette if you like the brunettes. And then again, Cosmo Sleek. Let me show you the cap construction. So there's 2 different types of caps here among the 4 wigs that I'm going to show you. I think all of the wigs are lace front, lace part, but some of them just have a different cap. So this is the cap that's referred to as the soft net. It's just a very soft material. All of these wig caps I feel very comfortable wearing directly on my shaved head. They feel very comfortable without a wig cap underneath or anything like that. But maybe if you do have a more sensitive scalp, the soft net cap might be one to try. And 2 of these styles will have that one. And then that is paired with that lace front, lace part. On this one, it is on the side. And all of our wig caps have adjustable straps at the nape of the neck. This is what they look like on this one. You can kind of, it's like a Velcro tab that you can adjust to your head size. Very, very adjustable, very stretchy, so it fits a wide variety of sizes. Okay, let's go ahead and put this on. I'm so excited to show you these wigs right now. Again, this one is Cosmo Sleek. Look how gorgeous that is. Oh my goodness. I really love the length, and I just feel like this style is just so kind of like very natural looking. Like it doesn't look over the top done up, but it's just very kind of sleek with this kind of side bang here. That lace front, lace part is incredibly natural looking. So as I move that around, the purpose of that is so it looks like it's growing right out of your own scalp. And that lace part is decently wide, so you kind of can move it slightly to the left, or slightly to the right, and play around with it, and have it look as though your own scalp is peeking through, which gives it that really natural looking effect. Now, all of these wigs also are heat friendly, so I love the style as is. Whenever I get a heat friendly wig, I always hesitate to put heat on it for at least a few weeks of wearing the wig, because how it comes always just looks so good. The way it's styled already, it looks fantastic, but it is nice to have that option to style it with heating tools if you want to. Now, a big note with heat-friendly synthetic wigs, for one thing, the temperature limit is lower than you might be used to with your own hair or with a human hair wig, so always check the temperature limit before styling your heat-friendly synthetic wig, and always test on the small piece on the back. Let's say, for example, the temperature limit on your heating tool isn't actually reading accurately or something, and it's way hotter than it is. You don't want to accidentally damage your wig by going right in the front with the heating tool and melting it. Always test on a small piece in the back just to make sure everything's going to go smoothly. But yes, it is really nice to have the option and the styling flexibility to be able to use heating tools on your heat-friendly synthetic wigs. Another thing to note is, so synthetic wigs, it's kind of like a happy fusion of like the best of both worlds between synthetic wigs and human hair wigs, because you have the styling flexibility of using heating tools, but then it will still hold its style. So like right now, I don't have to do anything to upkeep and maintain this style. It will more or less stay like this. But once I add the curls, it will then stay with the curls, if that makes sense. So like, let's say I was curling a human hair wig, I might need to do more to kind of keep those curls going. Like it might require more touch-ups, it might require like a hairspray or something, whereas because it is still a synthetic wig, it will still be inclined to hold the styling, which I find so much easier. I just find that so nice that it holds its style despite the weather and all that. But I just can't get over how gorgeous this hairline is. And I love having that lace front, especially with styles that are naturally automatically kind of being brushed back like that. You're able to brush it back and still have it look like it's growing directly out of your own scalp. And these lace fronts also come pre-trimmed as well, so that this is directly how it is out of the box. I have not done anything to this wig. I haven't done any styling to it. Haven't had to trim a lace front or anything like that, like you have to do with some types of lace fronts. You don't have to do that with René Paris lace fronts, which is really nice. And our lace fronts are also glueless, which is a big thing for me. When I'm getting ready, when I'm putting on my wigs, I don't like to spend too much time messing around with adding wig glue, wig tape, and all that. Personally, I just throw them on my head, go out the door. Like you saw how quickly I was able to put this on. And it is nice to have that glueless lace front where you don't have to mess with it too much. You can just put it on and go. Also very secure without any sort of adhesive. So here's what this looks like around. Absolutely beautiful medium length style. I feel like I want to start wearing this as like a daily wig right off the bat, because I just think it is so gorgeous. And this kind of medium length is nice. It's short enough that it's still really easy to manage, but still like long enough to give you the feeling of having long hair, if that makes sense. Okay, so just so you guys can see a couple ways to style it, or to show you how it would go into a ponytail. That looks really charming like that. I like these layers. I like when I put a ponytail in, I like to leave some pieces forward because I think that just looks really flattering. But of course, if you wanted the hair completely out of your face, you could pull it back. And with these lace fronts, I like to kind of incorporate that into my ponytail by combing it back with my fingers and putting it in the ponytail that way. Because you're able to do that and still have it look really natural in the front with that lace front hairline. So much you can do with this wig, and again, because it is heat friendly, you can add curls, you can add waves, and all that good stuff. But I just can't get over how natural this looks. So gorgeous. Again, this was the new style from the Muse collection, Cosmo Sleek, in the color Marble Brown. And again, this is available in a wide variety of other colors as well. You can check out the full catalog on reneeofparis.com for the Muse collection. Okay, I don't know which one to do first, okay? So if you guys have a preference, I'll just kind of flash them on the screen, and if anyone's commenting, feel free to comment which one you want to see. We have this one, which is in Icy Petal, which is a gorgeous color. This is the new color Mauve Berry, and then we have this one, Melted Marshmallow, which is a lot of people's favorite color, which is now part of the Muse collection. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this one because I just love the look of this. And this color, Icy Petal, I had seen this in the past in the Muse catalogs. This has been part of the Muse collection for a little while now, and I didn't realize how gorgeous this color was in person because I feel like you kind of can see it now here, but I feel like I just didn't get how beautiful it was in person until I saw it in person for the first time. This is my first time trying Icy Petal, and it's so beautiful. It's kind of like a platinum or like almost like white hair sort of, but mixed in with these beautiful pink strands. Now, I think it actually is kind of showing pretty well on camera. So it is still quite subtle, but you just have this beautiful pink mixed in, and I love it so much. Okay, let's go ahead. Actually, I'll show you the cap construction. So this is actually a good way to compare the two cap constructions that are part of this release. Both of these are lace front, lace part. So you can see on top, but they just have different back. So this is referred to as the soft net. So again, just a very soft material. And this is also very comfortable directly on my shaved head, but this is just the standard open wefting. So both I find perfectly comfortable for me, but maybe if you have a super extra sensitive scalp, the soft net might be something nice to try. But I do think that this is very comfortable directly on my shaved head as well. And because it is that open wefting, it's nice and breathable. So yes, those are the two cap constructions. Of course, they always have the adjustments at the nape of the neck. Now this new style is called Panache Wavez, and this is in the color Icy Petal. Again, this is such a good example of one of the very unique colors in the Muse collection because it's just, I've never seen a color like this with any other wig before. Like, it's just the most subtle little hint of pink, and it's so pretty. Like, from a distance, it almost just looks like a glam, like vintage platinum blonde, especially with this style. That's the kind of vibe it's giving me. I love it. But then if you look closely, there's just like little hints of pink, especially if you see it in the sunlight or something. It's just like, oh, surprise, I have pink hair. So I feel like these are really fun colors to try, especially if you maybe want to try fun, bright colors, but you don't want to go all into like a neon pink wig. It's just like a little subtle hint of pink that it's just, I just love it so much. Love these new styles, so pretty. I love all of these so much. I'm just so excited about these. This is definitely the kind of collection release where every single wig I pick up, I'm like, I think this one's my favorite. And then I put on a different one and I'm like, no, I think this one's my favorite. So like that first one I showed you, like I'm probably gonna be wearing this daily right off the bat. Like this is just such a gorgeous daily wear style. And then this also could be a daily wear style, but this just feels so glam. Oh my gosh. And I love the little curls. Whenever I want to dress up for something, I love having curly wigs, which is why it's so fun to switch to a curly one like this. But then at the same time, all of these are also heat friendly, so you have the option to curl or straighten these as you please. So, but again, with heat-friendly synthetic wigs that are already styled so nicely like this, I hesitate to put heat on them too soon because I'm like, I want to wear this gorgeous curly style for as long as it still looks good because I love it so much. So here's what it looks like. Back. Is the length on this one the same all the way around? Yes, I believe so. You can kind of see the back there. But you can also view all the specs on the catalog if you want to double check all the lengths, but to me, it doesn't seem noticeably shorter in the back or anything like that, if that's what you're asking about. And then again, with that lace front, lace part, especially with a light color like this, I feel like it just blends so seamlessly into the hair fibers. So natural. And again, the way this one is styled is kind of like brushed back automatically. And I feel like when you have a lace front wig, being able to actually purposely expose the lace front wig makes the wig look even more natural, because if people are looking at that, they just assume it's growing out of your head. Nobody would ever think this was a wig. It just looks so natural. That's the other fun part about the Muse collection, is there's all these really fun, bright colors. Like this one has a little bit of pink in it, purples and blues. And usually in the past, like a long time ago, if you ever saw bright, fun colors on wigs, it would usually be low quality costume wigs. So to be able to see like these kind of colors paired with the high quality fibers, so the fiber just looks like your own hair dyed a color, plus high quality cap constructions like lace front, lace part, looks very natural. Some of them have roots and whatnot, like Mauve has roots, so it really just looks like it's your own hair dyed that color growing in. It's just like the beautiful, unique colors, but paired with these things that make them look so realistic that it just looks like your own hair dyed these really fun, unique colors. Sorry for all the questions. Can this one go into a ponytail? No problem at all. That is what I am here for. So yes, let's try that. It can indeed. Yeah, so it's definitely long enough to reach a ponytail if you want to. That was just kind of grabbing all the hair without styling it really, just to show the length. Because then I like to kind of pull some of this forward just to make sure the cap is covered. I want any blunt edges showing. And then personally, I like to leave front pieces forward, but it does reach if you want to put them all back. But let's see how this looks. I just think it looks so cute, especially when it's a curly wig. Are there special wigs that you can turn into a ponytail wig? So for the most part, you can put any wig into a ponytail, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a special wig for that. The thing you just want to be careful about is like the edges showing. So like if I put this into a high ponytail, then I would just want to make sure I pulled pieces down so like the bottom is covered. You just don't want the edge of the cap construction to show there. But we also have a whole video actually on our YouTube channel dedicated to tips for putting your wig into a ponytail. But for the most part, any wig can be put into a ponytail. You just want to be a little bit careful about the edges showing, but it should be able to look natural still. So we have a whole video dedicated just to that on our YouTube channel as well, just how to put a wig into a ponytail. But yes, this one does reach. So yeah, that's a good question, because I love wearing wigs of all sorts of lengths, but then sometimes if you want to tie your hair back just to get it out of your face and it's just so slightly too short, sometimes you prefer it to be a little longer just so you can pull it back. So yes, this one can be put into a ponytail, but I just love the way this is styled. I don't know why it's kind of giving me like vintage curls, like especially with this color. It kind of feels like Marilyn Monroe vibes, but then with like a little hint of pink in there. Love this so much. Again, this is Panache Wavez in the gorgeous color Icy Petal. Right there, the way the camera is picking up the color right now, this is pretty accurate to how it looks. Sometimes the pink doesn't really show up too well because of the auto-correcting on the phone camera, but it's really nice because it is kind of like a platinum blonde, but just like a little subtle hint of pink, and I think it is just so gorgeous. So beautiful. Okay, I feel like I want to save my favorite for last, so I'm going to do this one after this next one, but this next one is a really nice kind of medium to shorter length style as well. Absolutely gorgeous. And this one is exciting to show because it's showing that some colors that are kind of more natural blondes and brunettes are being incorporated into the Muse collection. So it is a great collection for the fun, unique colors, but there are also more natural options if that's what you prefer. So this style is Luxe Sleek and Melted Marshmallow. One of my favorite colors is now new to the Muse collection. So this is a color, if you're not familiar with it, that is part of some of our other collections, but it is new to the Muse collection. As well as a few other colors like dark chocolate, milky opals, another beautiful light blonde. Melted Marshmallow is one of our melted colors, which if you're not familiar with those, that kind of refers to like an ombre gradient effect. So there's a couple of, within our other collections, there's some other melted colors like Melted Ocean, which is like a melted blue color, which is absolutely one of my favorites. And then Melted Sunset, which is kind of like a golden blonde. This one is Melted Marshmallow right here. So you have a darker root to a kind of middle transitional tone to a lighter tip there. So it's just like a really beautiful radiant. Again, a very unique color. And then also more on the natural side if you like the blondes. And then having that slightly darker root. So the cap construction, this is the same cap construction as Panache Wavez, which was the one I just showed a moment ago. Lace front, lace part. Pretty decently wide part there. And that open wefting. And adjustable straps. So there is a slight difference here. This one actually also has the extended nape as well. So that's just this piece here. Just goes back a little bit farther. Okay, let's go ahead and put this on. Styles of this kind of length and style are some of my favorites for daily wear because they are just the perfect kind of length for an easy to manage wig. And then also just so flattering with this kind of like face framing layers in the front. You have a slightly shorter side bang, which I love, the kind of like sultry look. Of course, you can pull that out of your face if you want to. And because these are all heat friendly, you can style them slightly differently here and there. So like the way this bottom is styled right now out of the box, it kind of came with these gorgeous little like curls at the bottom, which I think is just so, so cute. But of course, because it is heat friendly, you can choose to like straighten that out completely. You could curl it in a different direction. Lots of flexibility there. But right now it's kind of styled to be a little bit more framed inwards, which is also really nice because it just looks like a little bit more glam. And this side bang I think is just so flattering, but you do still have that lace front, lace part. I always like to make sure there's no hairs tucked under the lace front because then that will just kind of expose the lace more. So you always want to make sure you just gently pull those out. So yes, that lace front, lace part. Super natural looking, very gorgeous. Is that color similar to the one on Kai? So I think this color Melted Marshmallow is available with Kai, and yes, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, so it is the exact same color, Melted Marshmallow, but now it's just been brought over to our Muse collection. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I love it so much. I love that gradient. And again, this is the kind of wig where it's just so easy to throw on and go out the door. For daily wear styles, I prefer to have maybe medium to shorter length just because they are zero effort whatsoever. And it's not like longer wigs take a ton of effort. I just find that when I wear a longer wig, I have to take maybe like 30 extra seconds just to like comb it out or something like that, just because there's more hair to work with there. But with this style, I really just feel like I could throw it on, not even look in the mirror, go out the door. Yes, the style name is Luxe Sleek. Again, this is brand new from the Muse collection releases. So 4 new styles and some new colors. So this is a color that is not new in general to René of Paris, but it is new to the Muse collection. So if you're a fan of this wig, it's now available in some of the Muse collection wigs. So yes, that is, I guess this is mirrored right now, but Luxe Sleek in Melted Marshmallow. So if a wig is heat friendly, it's about that wig being heat friendly. So always be careful. Like, don't assume that just because a different wig is also Melted Marshmallow, it's not about the color being heat friendly, it's about the wig style being heat friendly. So always make sure you're double checking before styling your wigs, because you can only use heating tools on heat friendly synthetic wigs, not on regular synthetic wigs. That's a whole other separate conversation about how to style non-heat friendly synthetic wigs, and we could talk about that separately as well. But with these are heat friendly, and that's determined by the style, not the color. So again, like Kai, for example, comes in Melted Marshmallow, but that's not a heat friendly style, so just be careful. But with this specific wig style, Luxe Sleek from the Muse collection, the Muse collection has a lot of styles that are heat friendly, and this is one of them. So with this wig is heat friendly because of the fiber type. And like I mentioned before, be careful, heat limits are lower than you might expect. Just always check the tag and all that, but it is, you have to use a lower temperature than you would need for like your own hair or something, because just less heat is required, so you don't want to overdo it. But yes, I think this is also gorgeous. It's cute because if the rest of the hair is pulled back, it looks a little bit shorter, and then when you pull it forward, it's like, oh, surprise, it's actually like more of a medium length. I think this is so cute. All of these are gorgeous, totally my style. Well done, René of Paris. Oh, thank you so much. I'm also really impressed with how René of Paris has made the wigs so much more fashionable. Yeah, I love that about René of Paris wigs, because like, I've been wearing René of Paris wigs since I was literally like 12 years old for a very long time now. And I just get so excited still to this day seeing all the new styles released, because there is legitimately something for every single person who is looking for a wig. If you want it longer, shorter, curly, like all the colors, all of that, like if you look through all the different catalogs, you will find like your dream style because there's just so many different variations. And then the Muse collection especially is very fashion forward, so definitely a great one to check out. Any permatease I'm actually running my fingers through to check, not really particularly that I can tell, maybe like a teensy tiny bit here just to give it that volume, but not noticeable at all. And it's like imperceptible really, but just enough so it doesn't like lay totally flat. I'm trying to like explain that better, but it's like a very minimal amount, like not much at all. Okay, so again, this one is Luxe Sleek in the color Melted Marshmallow. I should show if this one can be pulled back into a ponytail as well, because I think I tested that the other day. Okay, whenever doing a ponytail, I just kind of pull it into a ponytail and then adjust afterwards. So once I pull it back, then I just kind of go around the wig cap and like pull forward a little bit just to make sure that the cap edges are covered. So I think if I was to do a high ponytail, or like a half pony, then I could still pull the bangs back if I wanted to. But if I did a lower ponytail, then this bang might kind of fall forward a bit. But I do that on purpose. Like I like to have the face framing layers still, even if my hair is pulled back into a ponytail. But just so you all know, if you do put it into a ponytail, these don't necessarily reach. But if you wanted to still pull that back, you could always just add a little bobby pin and just clip that there, just so it is pulled back out of your face if you're trying to just pull the hair back for use reasons. But yes, and again, lace front, lace part. So gorgeous, so natural looking. Absolutely love. And again, this is available in a variety of different colors as well. So it's fun to shake up the hair and just see how it looks. Okay, so drum roll please, even though I cannot hear your drum roll, for the last wig that I'm going to show of the new Muse collection styles, which has to be, I said this about every wig that I put on today in this video, but this I think is my favorite just because it is such a fun style and color combo. And again, it's available in lots of different colors, but this new color, Mauve Berry, look at that. It's so beautiful. So it's a purpley shade, but it's kind of more in like the warmer toned purple. And these curls and this length, this is a really fun one. Whenever, for my daily wear wigs, like I was saying, I like to wear shorter to medium length styles for daily wear wigs just because I find that a little bit easier. But when I want to dress up, I love the long styles like this. So before I put this on, I will show the cap construction. By the way, this is called Allure Wavez and the new color is Mauve Berry. So here's that lace front, lace part. And this one also has that soft net. There you go, you can see that in the adjustable straps at the nape. You have a slight extended nape there as well. And a very wide middle part, so you can still kind of move it to the left or to the right a bit. Okay. How gorgeous is that color? Let's get my comb. Okay, absolutely love this style. It is so gorgeous. And again, the long ones I feel like are always just so much fun. Like I would love to have this wig in every single color because it is just so beautiful. But I also want every color that Mauve Berry comes in, I also want this color in every single wig. So it is just so fun and beautiful. Like this is my dream hair. If I had hair of my own, this is what I would make it look like because I just love this so much. So pretty. And then you notice like some subtle layers in there, a little bit of face framing layers in the front, but not anything too short. Here's what it looks like pulled back. And then again, when I like to put my hair into ponytail, especially if it's longer, I do like to pull forward some strands because I just think that looks very cute. But yes, and again, this is heat friendly, so you can change these curls, but why would you want to? Look how pretty this is. It's nice to have that option down the line. Like typically when I have a heat friendly synthetic wig, I keep the style and wear it like that until it maybe needs some maintenance down the line. And then at that point, maybe straightening it can just like give it a new life, but I don't want to touch these curls until I absolutely have to. I love it so much. Then again, you have that lace front, lace part. So here's what that looks like out of the box, but I also find that when I move the part around, it looks even more natural because you just want to kind of make it look a little less uniform. So yes, I just kind of like to pull some from each side, some from the left, some from the right, until it's just kind of exposing that lace a little bit more, which I find makes it look even more natural. And then again, as you kind of pull that back, play around with that lace front some more as well. Just kind of give it that natural looking hairline, like that. Like that just looks so incredibly natural right there. That really just looks like scalp. So I prefer to part mine ever so slightly to one side, just to kind of expose that lace a little more. And I think that that just looks like scalp peeking through. So whenever you get a lace front, lace part wig, just kind of like play around with it and move it slightly to the left and right. A lot of times when the wigs come from like the factory or whatever, they're still fresh out of the box, they'll have like that zigzag part. And the reason it's styled like that is just to make sure that you know that it's like not been worn or anything. So it just comes with that kind of overlapping and zigzag just to show that it's like a new wig. And then you play around with that and you can really expose just how, yeah, exactly. So it's always just about playing around with it and seeing how you like to adjust it for yourself. And then I also just kind of like the look of it combed slightly to one side as well. This is gorgeous. So like I will say my birthday's coming up, and I always am so particular about the wig that I wear for my birthday because I'm like, oh, I want it to be a special wig for my birthday, and it's gonna be this. It's going to be this wig. I love it so much. Does anyone else do that? Like when you have a special event coming up, you're like, okay, I have to pick the wig for this special event. It's always like my holiday wig, my, you know, all of that good stuff. Whenever I have a vacation, I'm like, oh, I have to have my vacation wig. So I always have my birthday wig, and this is most definitely going to be it. I think this is so beautiful, such a fun length. Also very easy to manage, doesn't tangle easily or anything like that, which is so nice again about these like nice high quality fun colored wigs and high quality long wigs is there's a misconception that like, this is for non-wig wearers altogether, but the misconception that you all probably know this by now, the misconception that synthetic wigs are just harder to manage and lower quality than human hair wigs, and that is so not true. Like once you get to the higher quality wig category, synthetic wigs just have different benefits compared to human hair wigs, and it's just about personal preference. But like a high quality synthetic wig is just going to feel just like human hair and flow just like human hair. And then it's just easier to style and whatnot. So yes, those are all of the new collection, the new Muse collection releases. This one is Allure Wavez in the new color Mauve Berry. This is just, I'm going to be wearing this for the rest of the day now. Absolutely love it. Now let me just run through in reverse order just so you can see all of the wigs one more time, okay? So here is Allure Wavez in Mauve Berry. And then the one I had on last was Luxe Sleek and Melted Marshmallow. So this just goes to show how quickly it is to just change wigs. Literally takes me like 3 seconds. Love this. Again, these are all heat-friendly styles. They're all lace front, lace part. This one is Panache Wavez in Icy Petal. This one just gives such vintage vibes and I love it. Remember what I said about how every wig that I put on my head, I'm like, oh no, wait, this one's my favorite, because this one is definitely up there as well. And that one was Panache Wavez and Icy Petal. And this one is Cosmo Sleek in Marble Brown, which I'm about to say it again. I know I'm about to say it again, because this one is also my favorite. It's because I like to change my wig style so drastically that I just wear different wigs for different occasions. So especially because of this color, like I would wear this if I felt like wearing a more realistic looking wig one day, or just in terms of like the color, like a natural looking color. If I wanted to wear a natural brunette one day, this style color combo So gorgeous. Love it so much. Again, Cosmo Sleek and Marble Brown is this one. So we have lots of other posts on our Instagram talking about these wigs. If you want to go check out on our page, René of Paris, to see all the other posts we've been showing about these, different ways to style them and whatnot. If you go to reneofparis.com, you can view the full catalog there for the Muse collection, so you can see all the specs of these, like all the specific details, specific length numbers and all that, and all the different color options they are available in. Because if you liked any of these styles, but you're like, hey, I wonder if it's available in this color, there's a chance that it is, so you can just go to the catalog and see all of the color options that each of these styles is available in. So yes, I am always so excited about the Muse collection. Probably one of my favorite collections from René of Paris, because they are just so fashion forward and such fun, beautiful, unique colors, as well as some really natural looking ones as well, if you prefer the natural colors category. If you just joined this live late, all of our live streams are also saved to our Instagram after the fact, so you can always go back and rewatch this from the beginning, or if you want to rewatch a specific part, like, oh, I want to see when she talked about the specific wig, you can always go back and rewatch the live there. Usually there is one out of the new releases that I love, but this time I can't pick my favorite. I am in the same boat here. I love all of these so much. So yes, I'm so excited to see what you guys are interested in and maybe what you pick up for yourselves. Definitely tag us on at René of Paris, because I want to see what wigs, how these wigs look on you guys as well. So yes, thank you again so much for hanging out. And again, this will be saved to our page, so you can go back and rewatch it from the beginning if you want to, and also view all the wigs on reneofparis.com. So thanks so much for hanging out, you guys, and we'll talk to you very soon. Bye, everyone.